Alright, let's get started. So I've been thinking of making this video for, I don't know, 2 months. And it's the end of January now. So I just wanted to make a video talking about my plans with my collection and for 2022. So here it is. Here are all my dolls, pretty sure. All my ball jointed dolls that aren't finished as of right now. I'm working on getting everybody to a what I would consider 100% finished. Obviously it's my collection, so what I say is done is done. Anyways, so a lot of dolls here, so let's get started. I'm going to try to include a description or at least their names and the companies or artists, where they come from and all of that in the description down below. So that might be a little bit of work, but yeah, here we go. Let's start off with one of my older dolls, my third ball jointed doll, third I've ever gotten. This is my Resin Soul Me in gray. Her face up is fine. This is the first face up I've ever done on her, and she'll always keep it. I did add some jewels on it just a few months back, so that is different. She's naked right now, but that isn't really important. She has to be restrung. I've been meaning to restring her since I got her. Never did it. And of course, she's only gotten worse over the years. Love her though, but I'm going to restring her. Might end up painting her fingernails. I need to finally fix her other hand because it came broken when I bought her secondhand. So I've always had her jointed hands, and so I've always had that, but I do really need to fix that other hand, so I'm go ahead and do that. I did get her some cool hoofs last year from BJDs, I think .com or BJD something. It's funny what their website's called, but anyways, these are parts from a Resin Soul Yao, I believe. I thought they'd be interesting on her, but yeah, that's all she needs. She already has a wig, plenty of outfits and things to put on her, but I might make her something special. I mean, I'm always making clothes, but that's all she needs. It's just good restringing and maybe a little bit of sueding, and then to be put, dressed up again and put her wig back on. She's good. She just needs a little regular maintenance. Love her face up, and probably should just do more like that because I love it. I guess I'll just leave her here. There. This one, a newer one. It is a Poochbot, a Poochbot Arong, and this is from Fairyland, and only thing that she needs, she already has company face up. I'm just gonna keep her as is. Might change her eyes. She's gonna be a memorial doll for my hamster that I had when I was 9 years old, named Fluffy, so her name is Fluffy. She just needs like a golden wig, something that resembles the color of my hamster's fur. These little A-zone boots fit perfectly for her little feet, so she's keeping them. So just a wig and some clothes and she's good. I think I'm going to suede the neck though, because it's just so, it just constantly just wants to just do that. So it's just, it needs a little bit of friction there. So that's about it. The only thing I'll be doing with this, and that shouldn't be too difficult. I'll consider changing the eyes. You just can't see it since she has that like halfway sleep face, so, or sleep eyes, those halfway lidded eyes. It's hard to see, so I don't know what color I'll change her eyes. Technically, Fluffy's eyes were really dark brown, or they looked black for a hamster, but I want to do something that's a little more striking, something you can actually see, more of a contrast. Not much to do there with that little one. My little fee Elle, who I've had for a while now, has had a half face up. I think he traveled to Japan back in 2019 with me with this half face up. Pretty sure he did. I'll have to look back at my pictures from that trip. Him and my other little fee. This one is a memorial doll for my guinea pig, Boris. He just needs his face up finished. I don't think he needs any restringing. Like, I don't have any problems with him posing, not really. I mean, no. So I think he's fine. He just needs his face up done. His wig is fine. This is similar to Boris's fur, so that was just about it. Just his face up is halfway done. I don't know if you can see the blushing. Yeah, so, we're still working on finishing projects. Okay, next, we have our Granado Doll, Jane. She finally has a wig. I'm not really liking how this is standing up on her head. I don't know if you can see how or whether it would just lay down. But we're gonna go with this wig for now. I like it. I got this from Parabox or the Obitsu online store a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. It's probably been about a month or so since I've had it. I like it. It fits well. It was nice to find something that fit her head because it's so small. She's a passenger size doll. But this is the Granado Doll Jane 30 centimeter doll. Probably end up repainting her fingernails, do her face up, put her eyes back in. She already has a wig. She wears pretty much all my Barbie clothes. So I just put Barbie clothes on her and my Granado Doll Napoleon. Her name is Jillian. Sorry, her name is not Jillian. Her name is Quinn. And he has no name, so he's got to get a name. I might do something with his face up. I don't know. He's been body blushed and had his face up and short hair for a long time, like a buzz cut I've painted on him. I'll probably refresh that a little bit, but I don't know. I think I like him the way he is. I don't think I'll mess around with him too much. He wears Barbie clothes as well, Ken clothes. So I don't think I'll be making any clothes for them because I have clothes to make for everybody else and they already have clothes that fit them. Only thing I'll definitely be searching for them is shoes. I heard something about perhaps Tonner doll shoes fitting this size doll shoes. They can't wear Barbie shoes. A-zone shoes are still too small for them, and like 1/6 scale shoes like these, they're still just, they're too big. Like, see how his feet are longer, but they're not as wide. The scale and how they look on them just, it doesn't work. So I'll have to find something that works for them. But definitely, I would really like for them to get shoes this year. Since we're on the subject of Granado dolls, this is my Granado doll Liz, one of their tinies, and this is a memorial doll for my dog Charlie. Really cute doll. They made these to where these bodies are compatible and very close to color. This is called Wind Fresh, but really close to color to go with like Obitsu heads and stuff like that. For the little Obitsu dolls. Poses very well. Could possibly use some sueding. Might end up doing that, taking it apart and restringing it and everything. Be a little bit of a pain because it's little. But I think it could use that. A little bit snappy, but when it gets in its pose, it does hold, and it's got great mobility. So, and it's very light. These ones, I think there's some sort of like 3D printed resin, very high quality 3D printed resin, a very high quality and 3D printing machine. It's very light. So I like them. Very cute. Okay, let's talk about these heads here. This is a Doll Leaves Ida in white resin. She doesn't have a body right now. Probably, maybe I'll look into getting that sorted within the next week or so, what body I'm going to go with for her. All my dolls and heads currently have bodies and heads. I have a body on the way for this head. It's a Doll Leaves Betty, but this is my character. What is your name? Oh, Jasper. This is my character, Jasper. And this head is going to be a he. He has a body on the way. So it's a pretty cool head. I like it. I was going to get rid of it, and then I thought of my character, Jasper, and it fits. So it stays. It's been bodiless for a while, but it stays. It doesn't have a face up, but I see his character very clearly now. So that's nice. This head I have because I just really like this sculpt. This is the second Doll Leaves Ida that I've gotten. I had a dreams of grandeur, had a strange, fantasy of having multiples and multiple colors, or just more than just because I like them. And well, I just have two for now, but I really do like her. I imagine she's some sort of cousin or some sort of alter ego or some sort of I don't know, alternate reality version of my other Doll Leaves Ida, which is, her name's Mushroom, but she just, I like her. We'll see who she turns out to be. Figure this one out. Figure that one out. And let's see now, who do we have here? We have my little Cyclops is here. These are made by Poochbot on Instagram. They also have an Etsy shop. They made them custom for me. Colors I did, I ordered from their pre-order when they released the sculpt. They're little Cyclops. They're super cute. They made them to order to my specifications of shades of purple that I sent to them. They're looking rather more dull here on the camera, a little more gray, but it's more like a lavender. This is more of a, I don't know, more of a bluey sort of purple, but they're great. I just want to do a little bit of blushing on them, maybe give them both a unibrow, one little eyebrow, but they're really cute. They stand by magnets on their feet, so as their functionality isn't the best, you got to work with them, as most dolls you do have to do. They possibly could do some sueding. I don't know if that would help, but yeah, they're super cute. They're just really cute little creatures. I might give them different eyes. That's the only thing. These are the eyes that the artist made and they came with. They're really cool eyes, but I might have something else in mind for their eyes. That's about it. Change their eye, do a little bit of blushing. They don't need much. I pretty much enjoy them pretty much the way they are now. There's not much I feel I need or want to do with them as far as customization. But yeah, Poochbot on Instagram and Etsy. Let me move them. This one I can sort of almost forget about. This is my Miro doll BB head. She was sculpted by, well, she had a whole body. Her body's not here. I didn't feel like getting the body. It's downstairs in the studio. But she was sculpted by an artist named Arwen Grun. She's on Facebook, Instagram. I think she has a YouTube channel too, yeah. So she sculpted the whole body and everything. And then I guess she sent the file over to Miro Doll, or the doll over to Miro Doll, and they ended up cutting the joints. So she did the design of the doll. They made or engineered the joints. Their jointing was horrendous. It didn't function at all. It was pointless. I do have a video on my YouTube channel I put up a few years ago about her. I still really would like to maybe get the body together and remake the joints. It would be an undertaking for sure, something I haven't really done, but I think maybe I could come up with something, possibly even something that would work better than what Miro Doll did, because it was absolutely pointless what their joints did. But the aesthetics of the overall design in the body were really great. So I feel personally a little bit upset for the artist for that, or about that, but I like how she looks. It's just when you move the joint, it's like, what is this? Like, yeah, anyways. She's not a particular character or anything, but perhaps when her joints get to work. Let's go on and move on to this girl. So she finally got a face up, but I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to redo it. This is a M Theory Moon in purple. She's not going to stay in this outfit. She's a bit frumpy in this. It's just her sculpting. She's like MSD up here and like SD on the bottom. So it's hard to find things that fit her. So obviously I'm going to make her something special just for her. She's just waiting for that, but I have to get her face just right. I was almost thinking not really doing anything with her face because I like her sculpting in general, but I have a better handle on what I want her to look like. So I'm going to redo her face up, and then I think I'll be happy with her. It's just she's not quite right for me, so I'm going to wipe it and redo it. Yay! So another face up I have to do, and then of course an outfit, and then she'll be done. There's not much that needs to be done with her. She does already have a wig that I made for her. May make her another one. For now, she'll just keep the one she has. She has a custom one because of the way her ears are. There aren't many wigs, any that I have anyways, that really would fit her. So I made her a custom one. So she does have that. She has a wig. I have to decide on her eyes too. That's another thing. So, and then, yeah, which reminds me, I have to get Charlie some eyes too. I already know which ones I'm going to get though. That's about it for my M Theory Moon. Let's see here. This is a Doll Chateau kid body. It's one of their 1/6 bodies. I can't remember which number. But I like the shape of it. It makes me think of like a peach or something. This character's name is Nashi, which is Japanese for pear. It's Nashi. So it's really cute. Believe it or not, it does actually stand on these wee little feet. very neat. But I got this body to go with my Nihilum. I guess I'd have to ask artists how to pronounce their names, but they're on Instagram, Nihilum Dolls. I think they're over in Russia. But I got this body to go with this head, this creature. These are all part of the same doll. Here's the head, back, and everything. So these different face plates go on, and it's just a voices little creature in my stories and things. This is when it's just at rest, just you know, egg head, nothing going on there. And then this is when it's sort of awake. These eyes glow in the dark. So cool. This resin, it feels so nice, and it's like so paper white in comparison. Do you see that? Like, that's so cool. And then this is when it's a little bit agitated, not sure. And this is when it's just super hungry or just yeah, really put off. So they only sold this in black, so I would have bought it in white, but what I'm going to end up doing is probably blushing all of this to match an ingredient, or maybe make the whole thing just black so it all matches. More than likely, probably something along those lines, but it's all going together. It's all for the same doll, little creature of mine. Careful not to break it. And then I got these hands. They're for the original body that is that the artist sculpted for the doll. I don't remember what all the different face sculpts are called here at the moment, but I wanted to see if I could modify them. See, they're magnetic, so they're magnetic hands that go on the original body that goes with like their dolls that they make. But I wanted to see if I can modify them to go on here, because these hands are a little bit glovey or like Mickey Mouse or something pudgy, and sort of, I don't really like the hands. I like everything else about this, but not the hands. So I think it'll look pretty neat. I just wanted to see if I could modify these somehow to go on here. The head isn't on right now, and I'm not going to fuss about that right now, but just so you can kind of get an idea. I should have it on my Instagram, you know, posted at some point, but this is sort of the proportions we're talking about here. And I hope this is filming well, because like my camera is way above my head. So this is my second time going through this, because the last time I recorded it, I was as tired as I am now. Hungrier than I am now. I'm not hungry, I had dinner, but I was also like super tired. I wanted to have my thoughts together and perhaps not ramble or jangle along too much or whatever. But I'm gonna have to take a break because I have to take a phone call, so hold on. Okay, I returned. Hold on for a second. Okay, there we go. Where was I? M3 Moon? I don't know what else I talked about. I had to take a phone call. M3 Moon, redoing her face. Oh, I talked about my Nihilum Doll Chateau monster. Let's go and take a little peanut back here. So this is a Dream Valley peanut. It's a little pet doll. It's a little Cyclops as well. Crazy little eyeball. It's kind of a big eyeball technically. Interesting stringing. It's a weird little monkey, mouse, rat, cat thing. Whatever it is cute. I've wanted one for a while. Was glad to get my hands on one. I'm going to blush it up and make it really cute. Probably just keep its little eye. I thought about changing the eye out, but I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Really cool little doll. I like it. It's cute, and I have one now. It's cute. It's really cute. I like it. But that's just my plans for it. Just blush it up. It's good. It's golden. I may end up doing a little bit of hot glue sueding here, just to make his joints work just a little more better instead of them being too fluid. Like, it's not like a very, like, you know, articulated and doll, and it just kind of sits around and it can do some things, but I want to just give it just a little bit more stability. So just little things there. This is my little well, it's not a baldrick doll, much the same as my, well, I don't even know where that is. I thought I had that up here. My other Obitsu doll. Where is she? So this is from Dollce Dolls. They make doll heads that can go on the Dollce Dreams. Is that Dollce Dreams? Is that right? Dollce Dreams, Dollce Dream bodies, and Obitsu bodies. I put these eyes in her head, but they did a company face up on it and everything. I purchased this one in particular. I can't remember what this one is called, this particular version or style, but she's going to get a Parabox or Obitsu body. Probably and an SD size because I wanted sort of a companion or other vinyl dolls, like my Smart Doll. And so that's what I'll probably get her in a SD size, so a 1/3 scale body. But she's pretty cute. I like her. I might change her eyes. I don't know. She's had these eyes since I've had her, so I've had her almost maybe coming up on 2 years now. Cute. She needs a body. She needs a head. She used to have a head, but I didn't do anything with it, so I'm going to be getting a head for this. I picked up this little Obitsu body when I was in Japan back in 2019, and that's when I got to visit an A-Zone store and everything. I'll probably put that up on my channel, like edit some of those videos. I know I couldn't film much in those stores. I might have some pictures or something, unless it's just all in my memory and I'm thinking I have it there. But like all of that trip is just, it was fun. Really cool little body. I want to get more of these. They do, I don't know if you can hear like creaking, or there is some creaking here and there, but yeah, you hear that? Like if you really want to. But they're cool. They're really fun. I like it. I like it a lot. I really like the jointing system on here. Like her knees, I think are like my favorite. It's just sturdy. It's cute. I have all these little hands and things for her. Really fun. I want to get her a head, but that's it for like my vinyl, well-rented doll, vinyl dolls. Let's see. Let's go with this one here. This is my DIM, or what does DIM stand for? DIM Doll Flown, or DIM. So this is, what is that again? Doll in Mind, right? Doll in Mind Flown. I got her just recently, a few months ago. At least I feel like it was a little more than a few months ago. I don't know. I got her recently. At least I've had her for less than a year. She is probably not staying on this body. I don't know if I want her on this body, but this is just the Dream Valley Dream Body. Not Dream Valley, sorry. This is a Doll Leaves Dream Body. It's all mummified right now because I'm working on a project. And I just put this head on it because I was trying to get on the body. So I don't think it's staying on there, but she's gonna get a face up. She doesn't quite have a name. Or maybe she has a name. I don't know. I thought of calling her Jillian, I believe. We'll see if she'll stay with that name. After I do her face up, things might change. I'm not too clear on who her character is, but I've admired this sculpt for years, and I finally got my hand on one after missing at least 2 very clear opportunities when I could have gotten one on the secondhand marketplace, and I didn't get them both times. And then when this one came up, my friend said, "What are you doing? You've talked to me several times when you could have gotten one of these, and here it is up, another one up for sale again." So anyways, I got her. She's cool. We'll see who she becomes this year. This is my Fairyland, what are you? Kyle? His open eyes, or half-lidded eyes, or just lazy-eyed face. His open eyes and sleeping face in tan. This is for my character Marcus, or Lysander, in a book that I'm writing. A lot of these dolls are characters in that book. Whoop, don't drop it. So anyways, he needs face-ups. So that'll be my first time doing 2 face-ups to match each other. I've never done that before. This body needs a lot of help though. So, and there's gonna be some modifications. I have extra hands for it too. That'll be a whole nother video in itself, because issues and disappointment. So I'm like, what? Anyways, it's gonna probably need to be sueded. I don't know if that's the whole thing, or does it need to be like restrung? Like, I don't know, it feels pretty tight. Maybe it just needs to be sueded. Like, what is the deal with this body? I don't know. I got them separate. I got these heads from a friend, and then I got this body secondhand. So, yeah, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty all right. Ugh, it needs some work, and there's some modifications. So he's gonna need wig. He's gonna need eyes. That's a whole nother thing. And then the props for this particular character. So he's gonna be a little bit down the line because I don't want to have to deal with it. This little unicorn cat is, it might have had a name. It is a little, I think it might have been like a, one of those bonus little dolls you get. But I was able to get it secondhand. I think from Miss Kitty Blue. She was selling it. I got it secondhand. I can't remember what it's called though. Does it have a name? I think it has a name. But yeah, it's a cute little unicorn cat. Needs some eyes put back in its head. and I'm going to suede it so that it behaves better. But not much to do here except for blush it, suede it, and just let it just sit cute and look pretty. So I swear this little cat had a name. It probably does, but it's one of those little pet dolls. And what do you call those bonus dolls that you get? Like if you order so much, you get a bonus doll. Can't think of it. Moving on. There's a lot of unfinished dolls here, so I ended up removing all my unfinished dolls from my shelf, my main doll display shelf, and it looks so empty, and I'm like, oh, right, there's still a lot of work to be done. So probably just to gain some momentum, I'll finish all the dolls off that probably don't have, that aren't going to take as long, just so I can have the satisfaction of, oh, and then be left with all the dolls. It's like when you do a test. You answer all the questions first that you definitely know the answers to and you're confident in. And then you go back and the ones you need to think about more, you do those ones. At least that's how I used to take tests when I was back in school and in college and stuff like that. So this is a Doll Pam Eye Gray. I believe is how you pronounce the name. She's pretty cool. She is named Jillian, which is what I was going to name her. She might not keep that name. We'll see between the both of them. I feel like it fits her a little better, so she might steal the name, and I suppose they could both be called Jillian, but anyways, she's got little teeth. So I'm going to do her face up. She is currently on, it's not a perfect match. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Actually, she looks pretty good on camera as far as matching. This is more of a pink, and this is more of a pale, or it almost looks like it may have a little bit of yellow in it. I don't know. But this is a Doll Zone female MSD body. This is newer. It took forever. It took about 9 months or something for this to come in, along with the other one I ordered. So I was very curious to see how close it was to the Doll Leaves Dream Body. So I guess I'll do a YouTube video about that sometime to compare the both of them. But I like it. It's neat. There are some, aesthetically, they remind me of each other. But functionally, her legs could use some sueding. Functionally, maybe, I don't know. There's just something about her legs, something about these legs. I don't know. The hands are better, I can tell you that much. The hands are definitely more pleasing. They have more functionality, I can tell. But I'll do a whole video about the differences between these, because I discovered these bodies around a similar time. They might have been sculpted or created around a similar time. But because the Doll Leaves Dream Body is one of my favorite bodies for, you know, slim MSD female. So this one I think may have a little bit more to it than that one. We'll see. But yeah, Jillian is her name for now. It might stay that way, but I'm going to use the company photos for this from Doll Pam, the artist face up, as inspiration, because if I could have had the artist's face up, I would have gotten it. But when I discovered this sculpt, that wasn't an option. So I'm just going to use that picture as inspiration to try to do her face up very similar to what the artist originally did. So that's her. Who she is? I don't know. I just really liked the sculpt, and I said, wow, she's beautiful. I want her. So I have her now. And this is the body that she's on for right now, and I quite like her on this body. So she just may end up keeping it. Really like the feet too. Like, they just point so much. Anyways, she could probably use some sueding. And talking about sueding, this rag doll, who I've tried to, do you see this? Who I've tried to string several times, is one of my oldest dolls. This head is a Resin Soul on in white. He's one of the first dolls I ever purchased. I bought him at Denver Doll Emporium along with my Resin Soul May. I bought them both the same day, got them both the same day. They have since been on different bodies, but I've always kept the heads. So, and these are his original eyes I bought for him and her. So they've just sort of been married to these eyes and these heads. Well, these eyes and these heads have been married since I got them. I had totally different characters in mind for these dolls. But now they've become different characters now. They aren't their old selves anymore. I don't know, I feel kind of sad about letting that go. I can do anything I want. Currently, they're different characters, but maybe I'll turn them back. I don't know. I'll think about it. That's the thing where I still really like who they were. Originally, there was an inspiration for, if you've ever read the books, Artemis Fowl by Owen Colfer. I said Owen. Isn't it Ian? No, it's Owen. There's always that funny thing about his name. I'm too tired to even I'm just going to stay on the dolls. But anyways, characters in that book, he was supposed to be inspiration for that character Artemis, and then of course she's been dyed, so she was a tan color, not this chocolatey brown, but she was more of a lighter tan color similar to that, and this was Holly Short and Artemis Fowl. That was the inspiration for these characters. Still kind of like that ideal, but things have definitely changed over the years. It's been about 6 years. But currently I was thinking about using him for my character Vladimir, or Vlad. It's a very tall MSD body. This is a, what is this? Dream Valley. This is my first Dream Valley body ever, but it's super tall and long. The knee joints, they need help. The whole thing needs help. I like the aesthetics of it. I like how tall it is. And it can do some poses, but golly, to get it to stand, like, it's just a nightmare. Like, I'm willing to put in the work. It can function, but it needs some work done on it. It's not entirely hopeless or anything like that. It's going to take some work, because I've strung it and restrung it, and it's just sort of, like, is there something I'm doing wrong? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. There must be some way to make this stand besides sueding. There's something, I feel like it's too loose. I might not be using the right size string. That could be the possibility, because the tension isn't quite right. Might have to switch the size of string on it, is what it might be. I'm going to try that next. I was only using what I had on hand, and I really need to buy some more stringing, because like, it feels loose, but I know I put new string in this because it was, when I got it, it was totally apart and it didn't have any stringing, or did it have string? I put new stringing in it. I remember that for sure. But here he is. So currently his name is Vladimir. We'll see if he stays that way, or we'll change him. I don't know. But he's fun. Always a fun character, fun to dress. I still really like this body. I think it just needed different like size string, because the arms, they're pretty okay. Yeah, just the legs. Something needs to be worked out with that. I'll figure it out. That's part of, well, at least the way I enjoy my hobby or engage in my hobby. That's part of the hobby. The challenge of getting like the stringing right and the functionality of the dolls. So, they're all just projects. This is my second Dream Valley doll. It's my flying baby. So, isn't it so cute? Oh, it is a little unicorn baby. I discovered these, got this from Alice's collection after I saw Bethel, the big, I think he has a similar body to this. He does. Ugh. I still want a Bethel. I would, maybe if I had a doll wish list this year of dolls I'd like to get, Bethel may be on it. I wanted a Bethel for going on probably 2 years now. Or maybe a little more. But this doll would definitely be in connection with my Bethel in my dreams, the one that I want to get, the Dream Valley Bethel. The cute little flying baby. Love the sculpting on it. Don't think I'll dress it much. It just needs a little bit of blushing on its face. May or may not change the eyes. It's had these eyes for like ever. May change the eyes. May do some hot glue sueding for the wings just to make them, like, I don't need them to like hold their poses like very strongly, but just to give it a little more something. Because they're just, they do this, so they could use just a little bit more. So maybe to give me a little more control over the wings and just a little bit of blushing. So this will be one of those quick ones to do. A little blushing on the wings, the feathers, maybe the ears and the horn here, focus on those. But other than that, there's not much to do about this little baby. It's really cute. I like it. I don't really see a need to dress it. I probably won't dress it. It will remain Nikki. Okay, almost there. I just don't want this to be like forever. We're already going on like 30 minutes or so, more than that. This is this was a gift given to me by my good friend, and it is a Dollce Lillian. It is a unicorn Pegasus doll, or also known as alicorns or unipegs, as I call them sometimes. Really cool. Not planning on restringing it. It has some interesting functionality, but I don't intend to have to restring this doll for many years because I don't want to deal with that. Even the horn is strung, which is nice because sometimes magnetic things, as convenient as they may be, can really be a pain. So pros and cons with magnetic things or strung things. But I will be blushing this cute little unipeg this year, getting it finished. Doesn't exactly have a name, but I really, really like it. It's really fun. Currently, when I got it in, this little pony and the flying baby are good friends. They hang out a lot. I feel like these characters, they belong together and they hang out a lot, so they're really cute. Cute together with their serious little cute faces. Okay, and their pupilless stares. So yeah, again, focusing on the wings, the tail, maybe the hoofs, and this is going to be a magical creature. I may gem it up, do some really cool, what do you call that paint I've been working with? Pearlescent paint and different things, maybe some glitter. I don't know, we'll see. With my fantasy dolls, I feel like I can go overboard and do things I wouldn't do with something like her or even him. But I feel like I could, and it's dumb to say that I could get away with it. I can do whatever I want. They're my dolls. So, yeah. Why do I put restrictions on myself? It's dumb. Anyways, that's what I think about though. I shouldn't do this or that. Do whatever you want. They're your dolls. That is dumb. Anyways, moving on. This is my Fairyland Shiwu. Scarred face. I'm going to keep the face up on him that he has, maybe add a little bit to it. But it was started and done by my friend of mine who I purchased the doll from. They also put this on his arm, a tattoo. I think I'll just keep that. It's a muscular body. Look at those abs. Fairyland again, white resin. He's mellowed a little bit. He's a little bit older, but he's super cute. I like Shiwus. Actually, one of my first face-ups was on a Shiwu, my sister's, but not the scarred face version. So that's cool. So I feel familiar with the sculpt. It's funny, I tend to be able to recognize sculpts and in different face-ups way better after doing face-up on them. When you're paying attention to all the sculpting, all the details, all the curves of the face and everything, and you spend time looking at it for that long and working on it, and how you're going to draw something on it, or where you're going to do things on the face, or you just for me, I get more familiar with it. I become better acquainted with it. So it's funny. I'm saying that because if I were to like cover his eye, I just see my sister's doll in this face, besides him being all scarred. Yeah, his character is again a character from my book. He was going to be one of the characters, but then I found another sculpt that suits him better, and he's going to be another character. That character in my book doesn't quite have a name yet. I feel like it's always on the tip of my tongue. I can never quite settle on it. So hopefully he'll get a name this year, because the character in my book will get a name this year. And there's not much to do with him. Maybe just add a little bit to the face up because he's so pale and everything. But I don't want to do too much. I'd like to keep a little bit of the old face up. Maybe do some sueding with this neck, because these Fairyland necks just be like snapping. Yeah, I guess it has something to do with like the mechanism in their head. Like, what do you have in here anyways? Ugh. Well, at least I can say the head back doesn't come off easily. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Sueding in the neck, add a little bit to his face up maybe, and give him a name, and probably change his eyes. Yeah, he's not gonna keep these eyes. He was gonna have these eyes because he was another character. I'm gonna take these out and put him in the other one. Oh, I thought I'd do that. We'll figure it out. He's not keeping these eyes. He needs a wig too. There's not much to do about him except for just wig, suede his neck. Yeah, he's cool. He'll probably want to be one of those ones that get finished sooner. I'm avoiding the big girl over there. You can't see her, she's not in frame because she's big and squeaky. Okay, 2 more dolls after this one. So like I said, Resin Soul May. So I dyed her, first doll I've ever dyed. great color. Only problem is she bleeds. She stains clothing that she wears. I don't want her to lay up against other dolls because I don't want her to bleed onto those ones. So she needs to be sealed. I've decided to seal her with a different method I've been using to paint and seal all my other dolls. So I'm going to take her all the way apart, seal all her lovely little bits. Hopefully that will do well. We'll see. That'll be a little bit of an experiment. We'll see how that turns out. Seal her whole body. If she seals well, put her all back together. If she doesn't, well, I'll just bleed all the color out of her and then paint her like I've done with all my other color changings for my other dolls. You can see pictures and videos here on my YouTube channel of how I go about doing that. But this is the first doll I've ever dyed, because I was learning how to do that because I wanted to change a lot of my dolls and customize them and do a lot of fantasy colors that just aren't available. But currently I'm liking the other method I'm doing because you get the exact color that you're looking for without all the hassle of, well, dyeing. Though this does look nice, and pros and cons, it probably will chip less. More than likely it will definitely chip less. We'll just see how it wears over time. This is really cool. It's just, you have to seal it. It just stains clothes and could stain other dolls. You have to absolutely seal a doll like this. And I don't use MSC or other carcinogenic things like that. I use water-based sealers. So that's what I've always used, and that's just what I'm sticking to now. I'm not saying I will never use those. It's just where I live, and everything that definitely has been a hindrance to using those things. And I want to get my dolls done, and it's been like a while, you know, like I'm getting dolls, getting rid of dolls, keeping dolls, gathering even more dolls, and there's a lot of projects to be done. So I mean, like, yeah, why would I take the time to like wait for? Nope, I have to move forward. So who she is now, she was Holly Short. I don't know who she is now. When I changed her face and everything, I felt that she was a different character when I dyed her and everything. So I felt like she's turned into somebody different. Still really, really like her. Who she is now, I don't know. I'm going to have to fix her face up and give her some little TLC. But stringing and the body and the functionality, everything's fine with this body. It's all good. It's just that she'll stain other dolls. And her clothing if she wears them. So so yeah, this doll was fun too because it's a hybrid in the sense that the head is from Resin Soul, the hands are originally from Resin Soul, which I love. I want to get some more for the rest of my doll leaves bodies because their hands are just dumb. The whole body's cool, but the hands are the dumbest thing on those bodies. So these were her original hands from her body, and then these are also her original feet. I kept her feet in her hands. So fun little fact there. Little feet in her hands, but they work. They actually function on these bodies in comparison to the old hands or the original hands for this body. So yeah, I'll have to see if Resin Soul will just sell me parts. So, but I want to come up with like a whole parts order or something like that. I'm going to order, not just one pair of hands. So I'll do that eventually, but that's not priority right now. And almost there. So this is a little bit of a story. Let me get through it real quick because this is going to be a long video. We're already like, what, over an hour. Oh my gosh. This is from Cornucopia Dolls. They have an Instagram and they have an Etsy shop. I first discovered them on Etsy because I saw their little sprite. Now this is my original sprite. I ordered her. Super cute. It was a garage kit. You had to put the whole thing together. So I did. Dremeled, sanded pieces down, put it all together. When I got it, there was a little bit of a crack in this leg, and I said, it's fine, you know, it's not going to be perfect, whatever. But over time, I noticed that there were other things that started cracking. Now, this wasn't due to me dropping it. It wasn't due to her being strung too tight. It has to do with the kind of resin and also with the printing type that was used. At least my friend explained that to me. The artist also said that it was something to do with that as well. Let me take that off. And as you can see here, there is it's like the layering is coming apart here. You can see that. The layering. Yeah, and this cracked further. There's other little, called them micro cracks that you probably can't see on camera. I don't know if you can see the one on her belly right there, but there's other like micro cracks and things. I hope this hasn't been blurry the whole time. Like my camera is technically like above my head, but there's other like little cracks like on her heel, on the other foot there and stuff. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, the doll is slowly but surely falling apart. She does well, she stands very well. It's a really fun doll. For how geometric some of these joints and stuff look, it works. It stands, it moves, it has a good feel to it. Totally cute. I just didn't feel good moving forward with it because I was put off, and I was just sort of like sad about it. And then I finally said, you know what? I should have complained to this when I complained about it when I first ordered it. When I first saw that it was a really, really small crack in this leg. It was very small. But I thought, oh, you know, it's not going to be. Doesn't have to be perfect, whatever, you know, this is a small artist doing these things, and, you know, it's 3D printed. You know, I didn't know much about that, but then when it started cracking up more, I finally did contact the artist and spoke to them. They did offer a refund, or they said they could send me out another doll. So, that being said, she's going to have to go away. I can't keep her. She's just going to eventually just, like, even that's newer than when I looked at her last. So she's just going to end up just disintegrating eventually, just falling apart, just, you know. So I'm going to dissect her. I'm going to take out all the stringing that I used because I already have it cut to the proper length. I'm going to keep all of the S-hooks that they originally sent with her because they're already made perfect for this. And I'm going to use them to put together my new doll. There's going to be a whole video on that. But in here is another one, exact same color. But improved with the resin and the type of 3D printing that they were doing. I don't know much about the process, but I can tell the quality of it is improved, the skill level has improved, and so that is good. So I'm going to put that doll together. So really like this company. Really cute and unique and interesting dolls. So, because I always wanted to have 2 of these, but I just didn't order another one because I was like, well, she's falling apart. I probably shouldn't get another one if it's going to fall apart. But looking at this one, I will probably end up getting another one from them because it's definitely improved. So, highly recommend them. I think they're really cool. They're really unique and interesting. Based off of other dolls, I think they're based off other dolls that have my collection. And the jointed ears, that just was the thing that just really got me. Like, the ears are jointed, like, oh my gosh. I want all my fantasy dolls or elves to have like jointed ears now. Like, I had to have it. I'm glad I have one. Unfortunately, she's dying very slowly. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make that a whole video. It's gonna be really cute. I'm glad to be able to move forward with that doll. Although I got to start over, do it all over again, the garage kit and all that. So it wasn't actually that hard to do. I was very proud of myself. I feel even more connected to that doll, having done all the work, you know, sanding it and preparing it. I didn't finish it because of issues, but here we go. Last doll. We're over 30 minutes now. Okay, here we go. Okay, last one. This is my biggest MSD doll, biggest fantasy doll, my Dream Valley Selena. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? She is my loudest doll. So yeah, there's that too. She's in gray. Really glad to have her. There will be blushing done on her. Let me let her be quiet for a second. There will be blushing done on her, but I refuse to take her apart to do that. I will take her head off to do that. She won't be keeping these eyes, but look at her teeth. Isn't that cool? But super cool. I love her posing. She's so much fun. Her wings are cool. The only doll that I have in my collection that I actually, besides this one, that anytime I'm handling it, and that it's very minimal on this one. The only one that I have that every time I handle her, I'm afraid of breaking her. Like, I've always manhandled my dolls, done things, and they've always been fun. I don't handle them with gloves or very gently. But this one, I'm like, oh, if that wing hits wrong or whatever, it doesn't feel like poor quality or anything. It's just like, because of the way it's made, it could break. If it hits something the wrong way, if it falls, or if it clunks up against something that's hard enough just at the right point, I imagine, I mean, it would break. It would break. So I do treat her a little more delicately. She does have a little weight on her. She's really cool. I think I did a body review video on her. One of those instances where her tail is jointed, so that's nice. I'm glad it's not magnetic. They actually just came out with one last week, or was it the week before, another dragon doll. His tail is magnetic, so it may be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. At least it'll be easier to put in pants than her. So I had to finish her outfit. I made her a top. I made her several tops. That'll go in a video, go up in a video with her. But I just had to figure out how to make her bottoms. I don't want to just put her in skirts. I want to do the challenge of making her pants where it works around her tail. But there's going to be blushing done on her. I'm going to do the blushing without taking her apart, because no way am I taking this doll apart. She's perfectly strong. Tensions, everything's fine. And it's just like, I don't even know how she's strong. Like, I don't even know. Currently, I don't even want to know. So I'm good. Like, I'm not afraid to unstring or do things with my dolls. It's a pain, I'll do it. But if I don't have to, why would I? I have enough here. So just the thought of it makes me tired, and I'm already tired anyways. It's been a long work week, but I really wanted to get this video up because it's the end of January now, and she's super cool. This is the last doll. She will be a pretty quick project because there's nothing I have to do besides blushing her, highlighting some parts on her wings and her body and all that, and then fixing her bottom half, just making her some clothes, and then that's about it. And then picking out a pair of eyes. She's wearing these ones right now because out of my whole collection, they're the only ones I like in her right now, but they're not the ones I want for her ultimately. But at least she won't be eyeless, so she would still be counted as finished as long as she has a wig, a pair of pants, and she's blushed. Eyes can come later. I just don't want my dolls to be naked, headless, bodiless, and for the rest of this year. So as far as these dolls, as of right now, at the end of January 2022, those are my plans. If anybody wants to know, I'm sure nobody wants to know. I just wanted to put it out there. Feel free to comment on it about, you know, what you think about my plans or something like that. I don't know. Of course, you're feel free to comment. Comment section's open. Yeah, that's about it. I am ready to get off here. I'm going to play the new Pokemon Pokemon Legend Arceus. Is it said Arceus or Arceus? Arceus game with my sister. It just came out. Mine just came in today, so I'm going to go play that and call it at night because I'm tired, and yeah. All right, well, thank you for watching, and hopefully this December I can do an update to this. And no promises. There may be more dolls added to this or whatever. Who knows? I have no idea. This is my current collection of unfinished dolls that I hope to get finished. I'm not giving myself any deadline besides the end of the year to have everybody on a body, eyes, wigs, and clothes, and painted. Oh, right, and then any modifications that make them function. His knees, sueding, restringing. That's about it. That's not unreasonable, right? Sometimes I think I put too much creative pressure on myself to do things. You have to do this, and then I get overwhelmed, and then I feel stressed out about my stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, this isn't fun. It's supposed to be fun. What am I doing? Nobody says I have to do this. So if I don't get it done this year, then I just won't get it done. I'm working on that this year, not putting creative pressure on myself or telling myself I have to do these things and I have to meet these deadlines. It's good to be self-disciplined and to create goals and to do things like that. But when it comes to something like this, this is always optional. This is supposed to be fun, and this is supposed to be leisure. Nobody's paying me to do this. Golly, nobody is paying me to do this. I'm paying to do this. Nobody's paying me to do this. And I just need to get into that mindset so that, you know, I don't have to have this done by you know, mid-year or whatever. And if it isn't all done by the end of the year, that's fine. I just need to learn how to work at these things and work at them consistently and at a reasonable pace, because I work full-time and there's lots of other things and responsibilities that I have, like real living things. I have pets, so maybe I'll put them up on here. I do have a YouTube channel dedicated to them too. It's very small. Maybe I'll plug it here sometime so you can see all the little critters that I keep. But yeah, that's it. I'm done. Like, for real now, okay? So thanks for watching, and catch me in my next video. I'm trying to be consistent with that too, but not too hard on myself with that either. So, you know, reasonable. All right, bye.